The Indiana Fever are sipping the sweet nectar of the Commissioner's Cup. Now, I've been saying that the Fever are formidable, even through the struggles so far this season, Caitlyn Clark being out with injury, obviously. That's because the addition of Ari McDonald and the switch with DeWanna Bonner is a big boost for this team. That's because I've seen other trends that point in the right direction. Obviously, Aaliyah Boston is a star. Kelsey Mitchell continues to thrive. They got that production from Natasha Howard that was missing to the tune of Commissioner's Cup MVP. Role players stepped up. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull's been there all season. You put that together with a healthy CC, and I do think the WNBA has to still watch out for the Indiana Fever. So that was the case after the Commissioner's Cup game. Lots of cool things, lots of cool bits to look at. One of them is ESPN being put on the Summer Jam screen. They have to eat their words because you saw this post. It was a live stream that was scheduled for 10:30 p.m. As you can see, full reaction. Lynx dominate Fever to win Commissioner's Cup. Except for not. I know how these things work. They scheduled that and they just let it be. They didn't realize it would get blown up to the degree that it has. But yeah, maybe could have changed that or put some sort of other placeholder there. I don't know. I'm sure it's since been changed since they went live and the Fever won the game. But that is rather amusing to see that having lived up there for so long, given the result of the game and given the performance from the Fever. Some of the other aspects of that, like I said, you had the plays within the game. You had Kelsey Mitchell finding Sophie Cunningham on this play for a big three that led to a CC celebration. Cunningham's cut off in the angle. See, there she is. And there's Caitlyn Clark. Sophie Cunningham. Her shot looking like Nashville, Kansas City, or Miami, and not Detroit or Cleveland on that one. Sorry, Detroit and Cleveland. It's just a joke. I'm just playing into the bit. If anybody missed it, Sophie Cunningham had said that she didn't understand really why the WNBA was expanding to those cities because people don't really want to go there. A little shout back to Joakim Noah and his Cleveland comments. Then there was Caitlyn Clark crashing Aaliyah Boston's post-game interview. So you get a little bit of the unbridled joy from the pair of them right there, which was cool to see. And remember that the players are getting a bunch of money here from winning this Commissioner's Cup game. So is a lot to celebrate, right? And then you can celebrate the performance of Natasha Howard, who gets the MVP, was huge on both ends of the floor in this game to be awarded that distinguished honor, Commissioner's Cup MVP. And you look at the stat line for Natasha Howard, 16 points, 12 boards. I mean, if she can produce like that, it's scary hours, as was once said about a failed Brooklyn Nets experiment, because that's the position they need. That's the position they need. You're getting Clark back, who it is my understanding she is close to returning. And obviously the fact that she was questionable before this game would indicate that as well. So you're getting Clark back. You've made this upgrade of Ari McDonald and, the switch out of DeWanna Bonner there, and you're in good shape. And by the way, the Natasha Howard is a nice callback to her MVP prediction before the season, or MVP goal, I guess I should say.
I am.
What do you want to accomplish this year?
One thing for me, I actually want to win MVP. I was supposed to win it in 2019, though, but that's years now. But getting MVP and also even player of the year, but at the end is on that trophy.
So there you go. Natasha Howard, said that, and remember it ruffled some feathers before the season started, but she wins MVP in a sense at money time for the Indiana Fever because it leads to some money for the team. Of course, the stars, Aaliyah Boston took it to Nafisa Collier at times in this game, 11 boards, 6 assists. How about that? Kelsey Mitchell is just a born scorer, didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but just the attention she draws and her ability to put the ball in the basket makes a difference. And then Caitlyn Clark, again, her return is imminent. Stephanie White talked about Clark before the game and the injury and the difference, the distinction between, her making progress and her feeling good. And I think all Fever fans want to see her feel good before she's back out on the court.
Progress. She's making progress. I think, again, top of mind, I think I told you this afternoon, is just long term. Making sure that we don't have any setbacks. Making progress and feeling good are two different things. And we want to make sure that she feels good. We want to make sure that she's confident. We want to make sure that we're not putting her in a position to have any setbacks. And that's the priority right now.
So there you go. That's the priority from head coach Stephanie White, which makes all the sense in the world. I think that's how Fever fans definitely feel, and they have to be feeling good after winning the Commissioner's Cup. One other quick injury note from this game that has nothing to do with the players, but was big on social media, and if anyone has ever been to basketball games, the iconic halftime performer, the Red Panda. This is almost shocking to see because I've seen her do this, her act so many times where she's juggling up there on that unicycle. She took a spill. Actually, she was holding her wrist, eventually wheelchaired off the court. So thoughts out to the Red Panda. Hopefully she is good. Seems like, there could have been a wrist injury there, obviously. And I've been at so many sporting events and been wowed by her performance that definitely noteworthy and worth wishing her well. I know it in a sense, like, there's going to be a lot of people finding out about her for the first time, but I sincerely, obviously, wish another person well. And I've been entertained by her for many, many years. And I think that was the shock of it that set into people when they saw that at halftime, because she's so flawlessly executed her routine. But the Fever flawlessly achieved victory in the Commissioner's Cup, just like Caitlyn Clark said they would to Commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
Yeah, we better get that dub, Kathy.
Yeah.
Fever did get the dub. They do secure the bag in the process. And this all bodes well going forward. I honestly believe, the Commissioner's Cup championship is nice. It's not the same, obviously, as a WNBA championship. But I think this is a team. I still firmly believe the Indiana Fever is a team that is capable of contending for the WNBA championship. Just need a few things to fall into place. Caitlyn Clark to remain healthy. But if they continue to have that core that they do have, and we know they've got that core, Boston, Mitchell, Hull, the role players step up, the ads step up. If Howard can play consistent, Sophie can shoot the ball consistent, the addition of McDonald, it's a scary. Look at the numbers. The results prove it. Too bad this game doesn't count, at least in the standings.